Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy, Sports and Fitness Rants? I'm back, guys. Click that like button. Subscribe to my channel. What's up, y'all? Welcome back, guys. Welcome back, man. Got another great video for you guys today. As usual, you guys know the deal on this channel. We must continue to set the record straight, stop the lies, stop the narratives, stop them from rewriting the history. And in this video, we're going to talk about the newest LeMedia member, Udonis Haslem, who appears to be the newest LeBron James fan club member, the newest member of LeMedia out there talking narratives and nonsense. And I saw him on ESPN the other day, and he said something about if the Lakers hire this guy, Dan Hurley, that will put the Los Angeles Lakers back in the championship conversation. I'm confused by this. I don't understand this. When were the Lakers not in the championship conversation? That's been the problem that we've been having with the Los Angeles Lakers, with the media. They continue to cover a mediocre team that finished seventh in the Western Conference standings, that got beat 4 games to 1 in the first round. Udonis Haslem's going to sit there and tell you on TV that the Lakers hired Dan Hurley that has no NBA experience, then that puts them in the championship conversation? This is a joke, man. The Lakers are always in the championship conversation no matter what they do. No matter what they do. All they do is keep talking about LeBron James and his teams. They won't talk about any other teams. And Udonis Haslem sounds stupid, and we're going to talk about this video, guys. These guys are a bunch of clowns, man. Anything to promote LeBron James. They'll sell their souls, these fools. And I'm going to thank you guys, everyone across the world, everyone across the states has been supporting my channel. Once again, guys, I am truly, truly humbled by all support, guys. For real, it means a lot. So I always tell you guys, I thank you guys, and I say, man, the real basketball fans are standing up. That's what's always been about. It's always been about the facts, man. You guys know that. So thank you. And you guys know what to do. Turn the volume all the way up. Hit that play button. Remember, these videos are for educational purposes. And let's roll. So yes, guys, like I said, man, we have to give it to Udonis Haslem today in this video, because once again, Udonis Haslem exposed himself as a LeMedia member, as a LeBron James apologist, and a LeBron James fan club member. Because once again, when you make a statement like that, you come on ESPN and you make a statement that if the Lakers hire Dan Hurley, then that will put them back in the championship conversation. See, and this is the problem that we have. These guys are such BSers, man. These guys don't have any facts. The facts remain. The Lakers are always in the championship conversation. Any team that LeBron James is on is always in the championship conversation, whether they deserve it or not. And that's been the problem for a lot of real, true basketball fans. They're tired of hearing about the LeBron James teams. They're tired of hearing about the Lakers because the Lakers are not true contenders. They're not contenders, but yet every single season, the Lakers are in a top 5 or top 6 preseason odds to win the title. I told you, going into this past season, they were number 6 in the odds to win the title. Number 6, guys. And they finished 7th in their own conference, but they had the 6th best odds to win a title. Based off of what? Based off of LeBron James being there. Once again, everyone always promoting the LeBron James-led teams not being in touch with the reality, with the facts, right? Because the facts remain. The Lakers were not championship contenders. Not during the season. They were not. And once again, Udonis Haslem wants you to believe that they were just missing a coach. It was the coach. That's why they lost. It was Darvin Ham's fault. But now if they get Dan Hurley, then they'll win the title. They'll be championship contenders. They'll be back in the championship conversation. This is a stupid nonsense Udonis Haslem is saying. I don't know why they keep giving these idiot role players microphones on ESPN. And listen, man, no doubt I respect Udonis Haslem for the role that he played on those Miami Heat teams. But I do not respect that this man got his jersey retired by the Miami Heat. It's a joke, man. You retire Udonis Haslem's jersey? Then we should be retiring a lot of players' jerseys now across the NBA. Guys that actually impacted winning more than Udonis Haslem did. Guys that were true competitors. Guys that won finals MVPs for the franchises. They didn't get their numbers retired, but they retired Udonis Haslem's number, man. Well, that's neither here nor there. But my problem with this guy is, once again, you're lying. You're not making any sense. How are the Lakers going to be back in the championship conversation when they were never out of the championship conversation? And that's what we've been talking about on a lot of these times on these channels, is that for some reason, the NBA continues to promote LeBron James' team no matter how poor they are, no matter how mediocre they perform. Because once again, Udonis Haslem saying, oh, if they get Dan Hurley, that puts them back in the championship conversation. So once again, you're giving an excuse for LeBron James and his team by basically saying it was Darvin Ham. They got rid of Darvin Ham. If you bring in Dan Hurley, all of a sudden now they have a championship contenders. They're back in the conversation. They've always been the conversation. They've had the talent on the team. The problem has been what? LeBron James ain't playing no damn defense. He's literally standing around on defense. Basketball is 5-on-5. Everyone has to play defense. It don't matter your level. You have to give the effort, though. LeBron ain't even giving the effort, man. You're only as strong as your weakest link. You guys have heard that before, right? Well, guess what? LeBron James has been the weakest link on defense for years now. 4 years. So Anthony Davis had to pick up the slack for him. Kyle Kuzma has had to pick up the slack for him in the past. Right? All these other guys, an Austin Reeves, an Alex Caruso, whoever's been there, they've had to pick up the slack for LeBron James. Danny Green. Whoever has been on that team, the Lakers, since LeBron James has been there, has had to pick up the slack for LeBron James on the defensive end. So, once again, when Udonis Haslem says that if they get Dan Hurley, they're back in the championship conversation, it's a lie. More so of the same. They've been in the championship conversation regardless of whether or not they deserve to be in that conversation. Once again, since LeBron James has been in LA, they've never finished above the 7th seed other than the bubble title. They have been playing every single season, guys. 7th seed or less every year. So, but Udonis Haslem's going to say they're a coach away. They were a coach away. Now you get Dan Hurley, all of a sudden, they're back in the championship conversation. They should never been in the championship conversation. That's the whole point here. Because they had the talent on paper, but LeBron James is holding them back because he ain't playing no D. He's chucking up 20 shots a game. He's load managing. He has no leadership. No leadership from LeBron James. Also, Udonis Haslem, I want to ask you this question. How much experience did Dan Hurley have in the NBA coaching NBA players, coaching grown men who are entitled and narcissistic and sensitive, right? He's going to be able to coach these guys, these bunch of babies in the NBA right now. He's going to be able to coach a LeBron James team. Once again, Udonis Haslem not coming to terms with reality, and the reality is LeBron James not coachable. He's not hasn't he proved this now? 21 seasons, and Udonis Haslem acting like they're a coach away. They need Dan Hurley. Does he really believe that Dan Hurley's going to get LeBron James respect? Does LeBron James respect Dan Hurley? Hell no, he doesn't. I don't care what he says about him. He's not going to respect him. LeBron James don't respect anybody. Once again, this is part of the problem for LeBron James. He believes he knows more than the coaches. He believes he's smarter than the coaches. So you're not coachable then. You think you're smarter than everybody else. How can you be coachable if you think you know everything? How are you going to listen if you think you know everything? That's LeBron James. He thinks I'm a basketball savant, the high IQ of LeBron James. LeBron James is an idiot. He's one of the stupidest players in NBA's history. You have to be stupid to really believe that 21 years into your career and you've never changed. You ever figured it out that, let me have my teammates playing an actual system to help them out. No, you haven't figured it out. 21 years, but they want to talk about LeBron James is a smart guy. The guy's fake reading books. He lies. He deletes tweets. But he's a smart, high IQ guy. No, he's not. LeBron James is stupid. He still never worked on his game. Never worked on his handle. Never developed a jump shot, a go-to move. But he's a high IQ. Where? Where's the leadership from LeBron James? He's not high IQ. The dude's a goof. He's an idiot, just like all his fans. Just like Udonis Haslem sounds when he comes on there talking about if they get Dan Hurley, they're going to be championship contenders again. They'll be back in that conversation. Every year they're in the championship conversation, you fool. Every year they are. And what happens? They get embarrassed, something happens, and they make more excuses for LeBron James, just like Udonis Haslem is doing now by talking about Dan Hurley, and they'll be back in the championship conversation. So, once again, Udonis Haslem, you're telling me that LeBron James is going to be coachable? He's going to listen to Dan Hurley. He wouldn't listen to David Blatt. He wouldn't listen to Mike Brown. He wouldn't listen to Ty Lue. He wouldn't listen to Frank Vogel, Darvin Ham. None of these guys, Luke Walton, no one had enough cachet. No one earned enough respect for LeBron James to listen to them. But all of a sudden, this guy is going to come in here with no NBA experience. No NBA experience whatsoever. He's going to come in. Guy didn't play in the NBA, none of this stuff. He's going to come in and demand the respect from these NBA players who are a bunch of soft babies now. These guys don't want to listen to anybody. All these NBA players, all the stars of today's NBA, they think they're smarter than everybody. Kevin Durant thinks he knows more than the coaches, and he's a soft goof. James Harden thinks he's the system. I'm the system player. These guys are a bunch of fools, man. A bunch of fools. But Udonis Haslem wants you to believe that they'll be in the championship conversation that they were never out of if Dan Hurley comes in. They hired Dan Hurley. Once again, exposing himself as a LeBron James fan club member. You're not being honest. And you're not exposing LeBron James to the reality that he's not coachable and that the Lakers are always championship contenders. They're always in that conversation. They're always on TV. All people do is talk about the Lakers. The Lakers were in the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th seed all season. And every time you turn the TV, ESPN's talking about the Lakers, LeBron James. They weren't one of the top teams. They weren't OKC or Minnesota or any of these teams that were doing good. They weren't the Denver Nuggets, the defending champions. They weren't the Dallas Mavericks with Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic. They weren't SGA's OKC. They were none of these things. None of these things. But every time you turn the TV, everyone's talking about the Lakers. Everybody's talking about LeBron James. Mediocre. Standing around on defense. Talk about the LeBron James. Talk about the Lakers. They're always in that conversation. It wasn't the coach. Once again, making excuses for LeBron James, blaming Darvin Ham by saying Dan Hurley comes there, and they're back in the conversation for a championship. Remember, going into this season, guys, with Darvin Ham as the head coach, all we kept hearing is that LeBron James was the healthiest he's been in years. The healthiest he's been in years. We heard that the Lakers were the revamped, retooled roster. They were ready to go. All the players, everyone was good to go. The Lakers were ready. They were one of the contenders coming into the season. But now Udonis Haslem, he's going to sit there and tell you that Dan Hurley is going to be the difference. They hire him. All of a sudden, they're back in the conversation. They're not title contenders. They're only that way because the media must always pump up the LeBron James teams regardless of their status, regardless of where they are. Every year, the Lakers barely make the playoffs, right? They get carried through by the NBA and all these free throws, all the foul calls they get in their favor. Then they get beat down the postseason. People make more excuses for them, right? Last year, LeBron James' foot. Oh, LeBron James played on a bad foot. No, more excuse for LeBron James. What about this season? What are they going to say? LeBron James made more excuses. Oh, we were never whole. We had guys in and out of the lineup all season. Blah, 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 blah. More excuses. LeBron James' entire career is one big excuse. This guy's a victim all the time. And Udonis Haslem sound stupid by trying to say that nonsense about Dan Hurley. Who the hell's Dan Hurley? He's nobody. He won a couple championships in college. Who gives a damn? Does anybody remember Billy Donovan, who won back-to-back titles at Florida, right, with guys like Joakim Noah and Al Horford? Does anybody remember Billy Donovan? He coached the OKC Thunder in 2015-16 when Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, right, Steven Adams, Serge, they had a stacked team on that team. That was the same 2016 OKC that had the Golden State Warriors down 3-1. Billy Donovan was the coach of that team with all that talent, and they still lost. They blew a 3-1 lead. Billy Donovan ain't never won a Coach of the Year award, and he's been seen as a bust, as a guy who can't really be that great of a coach. But he won back-to-back titles in Florida. Same thing as this guy, Dan Hurley. He's won back-to-back titles, and all of a sudden now, he's the talk of the town. The Lakers are looking to get Dan Hurley. Once again, just trying to make a splash. It's all about the headlines. Ain't about the substance. Why don't they call Mark Jackson? Where's Mark Jackson for a coaching job out here? Where's Steve Nash for a head coaching job out here? Has anybody seen these guys? Nope, they haven't seen them. But they're going to talk about Dan Hurley. Udonis Haslem, you're going to throw Dan Hurley out there? Who the hell's Dan Hurley? Your college success has no bearing on your NBA success. Can someone tell me how many years Phil Jackson coached in college? How many college championships does Phil Jackson have? Or Greg Popovich? Or Red Auerbach? Pat Riley? Chuck Daly? Does anybody know what college teams that they coached? How many college championships they won? I don't know. I don't think any. But yet they're considered some of the greatest coaches in NBA's history. They don't have any college experience coaching. They didn't have any titles in college. A lot of those guys were ex-NBA players. That's the difference here. Once again, they had the respect. They earned that cachet. This guy, Dan Hurley, what has he done? Does anybody remember John Calipari? Do you guys remember his coaching years in the NBA? I believe he coached 2 years in the NBA. I believe it was 2 or 3 years in the NBA. I believe he coached the New Jersey Nets. Does anybody remember how John Calipari fared out in his NBA career? I don't think he did so great. Is he one of the all-time great coaches? No, but he's considered one of the great college coaches, right? How about Rick Pitino? Does anybody remember Rick Pitino in the NBA coaching? No, you don't. You don't remember Rick Pitino. I'm not saying he wasn't a good coach or a quality coach, but what I'm saying is they make it seem like this guy, Dan Hurley, having the success in college is going to translate to the NBA. So if the Lakers hired him, all of a sudden, they're championship contenders now with Dan Hurley. The guy's proven nothing in the NBA. He has to earn the respect from the players in the NBA. He's got to earn his spot in the NBA as a rookie head coach with no NBA experience. I don't give a damn what he did in college. It don't mean nothing. It don't translate all the time. Once again, Billy Donovan. Once again, John Calipari. Once again, Rick Pitino. Anybody remember these guys in the NBA? No, but they're considered great college coaches. It don't always translate, guys. Not every coach can coach in college, can coach in the NBA, and vice versa. Those are the facts. Udonis Haslem, once again, is making excuses for LeBron James, and once again, making it seem as if the Lakers aren't always the talk of the town. That's the problem a lot of true basketball fans have. They're tired of seeing the Lakers on TV all the time. They're tired of seeing the Lakers being talked about when they're not one of the better teams in the NBA. They're not a head coach away. LeBron James is holding them back. You're not playing any defense. You're load managing. There's no leadership. You really think that this guy's going to go to that team and LeBron James is going to take a back seat and let this guy coach and do what he wants to do and run his system? No! That's been the problem. Udonis Haslem, you sound stupid, man. I'm so tired of these corny guys, these ex-NBA players. They're given this platform. They're given a microphone. And these guys sound like idiots. They don't say a damn thing worth anything. I don't respect it. Udonis Haslem is a new Kendrick Perkins, man. So Kendrick Perkins left, right? Kendrick Perkins now has turned his back on LeBron James. Once again, I told you, it's too late. Kendrick Perkins, you've already embarrassed yourself and sold your soul integrity. Don't no one listen to you. I don't respect anything you have to say. But Kendrick Perkins is trying to act fake now, turn his back on LeBron James. So Udonis Haslem, here he comes to pick up the baton for Kendrick Perkins, right? And make more excuses for LeBron James and the Lakers. Basically saying it was Darvin Ham that was holding them back. You get a new coach in there, all of a sudden they're ready to go. No, that wasn't the problem. That was not the problem. The problem has been LeBron James. Once again, now holding the best player on the team, right? They'll keep telling us he's the best player on the team. I keep telling you guys Anthony Davis. But LeBron James won't take a backseat to Anthony Davis, will he? No. No, he won't. Just make excuses. You guys know the deal, man. I'll catch you guys on the next one.